Okay, so this is our end user device, and in MCS, how it will work, like our end user will hit the storefront with the web browser, and storefront will forward the connections to the delivery controller. And once user enters the credentials, then after this, delivery controller will forward the query to Active Directory server or into the database to check the authenticity of that particular user, right? So after all those things, like if each and everything is fine, then user will get access to the VDI, the virtual machines, whatever is published to the end user, and every virtual machine is hosted on our hypervisor. Now, this is not the concern in MCS. This is just a process what I'm trying to show you. But in MCS, what we are doing, for an example, in MCS machine creation services, we have hosted n number of virtual machines on the hypervisor. So, for an example, these are the few machines, right? So now, what we are doing actually, for every virtual machine, we have to give some dedicated virtual drive, maybe 30 GB, 50 GB in size, right? So these are the dedicated VDICs, okay? And these are the locally hosted on the virtual machines, okay? So now, for an example, if I have to create 5 virtual machines, right? And for every virtual machine, if a VDIC size is 100 GB, right? So to create 5 virtual machines or 6 virtual machines, I have to means I will be requiring at least 600 GB of storage, right? So this is how MCS works. Means for every machine, storage is must. But when it comes to the PVS, what we can do, we can use single virtual drive to boot all the devices with 100 GB in size. So when it comes to the PVS, so what will happen? Just give me a minute. How to delete this? Where is the eraser? Okay. So now, when it comes to the PVS, so what will happen? Here, every virtual machine is equipped with the separate storage, right? So now, after delivery controller, what we will do in PVS, we will simply put one PVS server here, and after PVS server, again hypervisor is there, on which we will create the virtual machine. So now, inside PVS server, what we will do, this is our PVS and this is the hypervisor. I'm not typing it right now. So inside PVS server, what we will do, we will configure PVS server and we will create one VDIX or maybe two VDIX as per the department, right? So now for an example, I have to boot up the devices for my sales team for an example, right? And in my sales team, we are having 100 users or maybe whatever the count, okay? I'm just creating 5 end user devices, right? So what will happen? Process will be the same. End user to storefront to delivery controller. Then connection will go to the PVS server, and after PVS server, what it will do? It will boot from the VDIX, means that connection will go to the end user device. The connection will go to the end user computers, and all these computers will booted up with the single VDIX. Are you getting my point? These particular devices are without any storage. Okay, all of the devices will use the single storage. Any doubt here?
No, clear.
Okay. Now coming to the practical, theory part is always boring, man. Okay, so I'm not rely on the theory. Now just share your screen, man. But yeah, you must know now how things works in the background. Okay, so now Open the PVS console here. You have nothing to do with the store. Open the PVS console. Yes. So MCS, it is for basic level, PVS, and NetScaler, it is for the advanced level. Okay. And after this, you can migrate yourself to the cloud. Maximize the window. Yeah. Open your site. Inside here, we are having one VDX pool, right? And we are having one VDX here, right? And expand the device collections. So basically, device collections are nothing. These are the virtual machines for the end user. So as you can see, your machine is powered on. This one app server TD, what we have created, right? And this machine is right now, it is booted with, you can see, right now this is booting up from the hard disk, the fourth column. See,
Okay.
right? It is booting with the hard drive, means right now this device is not booting up with the VDX, right?
Yes, correct.
Right now, to reflect the changes, what you can do, just right click on this device.
On this targeted device, right?
No, not there. Each and every operation we have to manage from the console only. Okay, the PVS console. Right click on this device, go to the properties. Now you can see the third option, boot from. No, that drop down menu. Yeah. Now change it to the VDisk. Perfect. Click on OK. Now what you can do, after that, whenever the next boot will be done, that device, it will be booted from the virtual drive only, not from the physical drive or any attached storage. Okay. Now you can also reboot your device from that console only. Right click on this. No, not from there. Not from there. Right click on it. Device.
What are it devices? Okay.
Yeah. Right click. Not there, man. Right click on app server TD. Go to the target device. Go to
Target
the
device.
target
Okay.
device. Yes. And click on restart. Okay. Click on restart device. Okay. So it will. Okay. Right now it is showing failed. Okay. Can anyone let me know why it is showing the failed? Buddy, asking to you why it is showing fail.
Maybe it's turned on. That is the reason, or we change it to virtual disk. Maybe this.
Na, na.
Resources hypervisor.
No, some other reason and very basic reason why it is showing failed. You both guys was there na when we was creating that VDX, right?
Is correct.
So why it is showing failed? Okay. Now let me know which component is responsible to make or to create communication between particular device or to the delivery controller. Which component is responsible to process or to create the communication between particular target device or to the delivery controller?
PVS is the.
No, man, it's VD agent, na, virtual delivery agent, right?
Is correct.
Right.
DDC
So
delivery. Yeah. Sorry.
it's VDA, virtual delivery agent, right?
Is correct.
So in this VDX, what we have done, we have not installed virtual delivery agent, right? So you are performing operations from there, but that communication is not going through the delivery controller. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Now that we can do it later on. Now close this. Okay, now in a same way what we can do, so let's suppose like go to your VDX. Okay, do one thing, click on VDX pool.
Okay.
Now this is your VDX, and right now as you can see it is in private mode. Okay, very important. In virtual disk or in PVS VDX, two modes are there, standard one and private one. Okay, so in standard mode, sorry, in standard mode, your VDX, it is in read-only mode only, right? Means no one will be able to modify anything inside your VDX. But whenever your VDX, it is into private mode, and we put that VDX into the private mode whenever we have to modify any changes. Okay, so and okay, for dynamic like desktop VDX, it will be always in uh, private, not private, standard mode only. Okay, but for static VDI, it will be always in private mode. Okay, any doubt?
Okay. For static means persistent machines, right?
Yeah, for persistent machine VDX, it should be into the private mode. Why? Because our developers are using their desktop every time, and they might be working on coding on, or maybe on some product development, right? So they need to modify, they need to install, uninstall multiple things, right? So that will be for static only. But for dynamic or for random, we do not want our users to make any changes, right? So in that case, it will be on uh, standard mode.
Understand.
Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to install VDA agent in this machine, right? So now first turn off that machine, Windows Server
This one, right?
target. Yeah, this one,
Hmm.
shut it down.
Shut it down. Okay.
Now go to your PVS console and refresh it. It is not even booted, right? Yeah, refresh the console. Nana, click on the India side, click on the India, click on India, right click, click on refresh. Okay, inside India you have created two sites, Delhi, na? Okay, simply click on Delhi and refresh Delhi site.
Okay.
Now again go to the VDX pool. VDX pool. Okay, it is still showing one connection is there. Okay, wait for it. Right click on this VDX. Now refresh. Connection should be 0. Okay. Whenever you are having any connections now, you will not be able to do anything, right? So to do the same, you have to, okay. Now you can see one connection is there for that particular VDX, right? But you don't know which device is using it, right? So to get this kind of information, simply right click on that VDX, right click on it, and you can click on show usage, the fourth option. Yeah. Now from here you can see this device is connected, right? Now what we can do, simply close this, close this. Now right click on that VDX again. Now simply select that option, unassigned from selected device, the sixth option. You can manually unassign it or assign it. Now this is selected, click on unassign. Okay, click on close. Refresh this. It will take a while. Okay, okay, not reflecting. Little bit slow actually. Okay, so now go to the devices. Now still it is showing up. Okay, so that is the problem. Just try to refresh this. Okay, right click on it. Now the third option, mark device down. We are manually putting it down. Perfect. Now go to the VDX pool. This time 0 connection should be there. Refresh it again. Perfect. Now, right click on this, go to the properties. First, what we have to do, okay, these options are grayed out. Why it is? Click on cancel. Okay, listen carefully. Go back to that screen again. Go to the properties. So as you can see, like access mode, it is private now, right? But that option is grayed out. Why? To prevent some accidental changes, right? So this particular VDX is actually locked. Cancel this. Now right click on it again. Now here you will find one option, manage locks, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth option. Now click on remove lock. Yeah, click on remove lock. Click on close. Perfect. So now your VDX is available for any kind of modification, whatever Citrix administrator wants to perform as per the business requirement. Now right click on the VDX. Again go to the properties. So now first what we have to do, we have to change the access mode. Make it standard. Yeah, make it okay. So as you can see, standard image is multi-device. Okay, click on that drop down menu again. Now see carefully. Whenever any VDX, it is in standard mode. In standard mode, multiple devices can access a single VDX in read-only mode, right? But whenever any disk, any VDX is into the private mode, in private mode, only single device can access the VDX in read and write mode. That means it is clearly showing here. Second option, it is suitable for static VDI only, right? Single device with read write access. Any doubt here?
No.
Okay, perfect. Put it into the standard mode right now. Now click on OK. But you are clear with that thing. Any doubt so far?
No doubts. Okay, clear with that. And
Yeah.
is it possible to get some small handy document for this
Why are you
in
always looking
PVS
for
how it?
that? I'm not getting your point. Why are you always looking for the documentation, right? Why? Because practical is
Some
everything,
small
man.
steps, small steps or something like that. Because a lot of things are there right here, and again, personal discovery will also come into picture.
Just give
So,
me a minute. Hello, हाँ प्रकाश. Hello, हाँ बोल ना. Sorry guys, personal call. Okay, am I audible? Right? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now, very important. Okay, I think Vishnu, you are asking for some documents, right?
Yes, correct. Some document, right? It will be helpful to review because it's very difficult to keep these terms and all. For me, it's very difficult.
It is not that much difficult, man. You are connected with me, right? In future as well, whenever any previous class will be there, now I will share you invite for sure. But yeah, I will share you documentation as well. Do not worry for that part, okay?
No,
Okay,
we selected standard this one.
okay. Now right click on it. You are getting one option, the second option, versions. Okay. Now listen very carefully. Now we have created one VDX with some XYZ application or whatever we installed, right? So now in future, for an example, in future, you have got some requirement like your end users are requesting you like to add or to remove one application in current image, right? For an example, like Microsoft Teams is there in your current VDX, but in upcoming cycle, like next production cycle or next UAT or BUAT cycle, right? Any change is requested from your end user, and they are expecting uh, in addition or removal of any new application, right? So in that case, you have to create the version for that particular VDX, right? So version means version 0, it is your base version. When you create version 1, in version 1, you can install new applications and you can you can install or remove the new application as per the requirement. In a similar way, you can create version 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, right? But in production, please do remember, we always used to have n-1 version in stock only. Means n-1 means if version 2 is running, right? So n-1 means like 1 and 2 version. You have to keep them. Rest of the versions you can delete like 0, -1, whatever the name. Okay. Are you getting why? Because we do not want to waste our storage, right? So we have to keep the VDX like as minimum as possible, right? To avoid the storage consumption. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So right now we are having only one version, which is your base version, version 0. So that is completely fine. Okay. So now what we can do. Okay, in this call only 10 minutes are remaining, guys. Even 8 minutes. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, before creating any version, what I can suggest you. Okay, now quickly open the C drive in this PVS server. Quickly open. I will share another invite with you, Vishnu. But
Okay.
I will take a break for half an hour today. Okay.
Okay.
So now listen carefully. Right now, this is your VDX, right? And we have got some requirement to add new applications in upcoming VDX or whenever you will be updating your VDX, right? So now you have to create a new version, okay? So now you can see the extension. This is your base image, that is VHDX. Your PVP is your property file and lock is your log file, right? Now simply minimize that window, minimize it. And that question is very important for interview perspective as well. Simply click on new version. Click on new. So now your new version is created. As you can see, version 1.
Yes.
But right now it is into the maintenance mode, okay? And your version 0, it will be still running with your production. No user will be impacted. Whatever you have to perform on version 0. Now open that folder again and you will see the changes. That, yeah, you can see.
Red cache folder.
No, not right cache, man. This one. app server vhdx1.abdx, right? ahvdx, whatever the extension, right? So this is how it looks like. Okay. Now,
Okay.
very important. I must have to
So,
give you some.
Mahesh sir,
Uh-huh.
this is a replica. I mean, this is a whole and soul copy of this our base machine,
Yes,
right?
right.
And one PVP is for that property file, and LOK is that log
Log
file
file.
that is
It
for
is a log file.
security.
Yeah, that is
Security.
for any accidental deletion or some kind of prevention, right?
Okay, fine.
Okay, now I want to give you some task, but I'm not sure within 6 minutes. Okay, let's try. Minimize this quickly. Now, as you can see, in version 0, we do not have any, we do not install any that your VDA agent, right? So now, your this machine, it is into the version 1, right? And version 1, it is new one, and no machine is booted from your version 1, right? So now we have to boot one of our machine from version 1, and we have to made some changes, right? Click on done. So now go to your PVS console. Okay, you are into the PVS console. Go to the device collections. Yes, click on device. No, man. No. At the center of your screen, click on device.
Correct. It's getting hang. Yes.
No. I think you might have clicked somewhere. Okay, click on device. What happened, bro?
Okay, device connection.
Go to the
Devices.
devices. Okay, so now when we have created version 1, right? You have seen that version 1, it is into the maintenance mode by default, right? So now
Correct.
to boot any device from that version 1, what we have to do? We have to put that device into a maintenance mode. So simply click on this device, click on it, go to the properties. Now into the type, make it production. Make it maintenance. That is perfect. Click on OK. Perfect. Now boot this device, Windows Server TD. Boot it. Now, if your DHCP works perfectly, you will see the changes. Okay, it is hitting to the DHCP. That is fine. Connection timeout. It is throwing, man. Okay. Go to the PVS server and check for these two services what we have started yesterday, right? We are having 3 minutes only. Rest of the troubleshooting we will perform in upcoming class. Open services.msc quickly, and that PBS TFTP service and PXE boot service, right? No, type C, type C, type C. Go into the, yeah, wait. This one, yeah. These both service are into the stop state. Make it up.
Oh my.
What happened? Your mouse not working or what happening?
It's getting a hang. Mouse is working. It's getting hang. This is a TFTP also, right?
Yeah.
Something here. PVS TFTP server already running. Okay.
Okay, now try to boot it again. Go to the target device. Now restart it. Force reboot. Click on force reboot. Mayur, have you created your PVS infra?
Yes, sir. I have created till console. I have created, but I'm getting a server error actually.
What kind
I'll
of
show you.
error? Not now.
Uh,
You can show in next session. Okay.
yes. Okay. After half an hour, we are going to connect now. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
show you in that time. Yes.
Okay, Vadi. Seems like something wrong with your DSCP scope. Whatever we have done yesterday only, na? This DSCP configuration. Please do cross verify those things. I think your DSCP scope it may be like unauthorized again. Means I'm not sure what is happening, right? So in this call, only 1 minute is remaining. So we will troubleshoot this thing in upcoming one. Okay.
Done.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, and we'll connect soon. Bye bye. And if
Okay,
you got any error, na, just text me on my WhatsApp number with error code. Okay.
okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.